Hello, hello, and welcome back as I get ready to venture forth from the den of the Gray Mother on a fetch quest in Perfidious Pete Plays The Long Dark. That's right, we got some classic video game fetch the potion seller 50 elephant asses questing here. Really, the only thing the Gray Mother is missing is just an exclamation point above her head. That's all we got, and this would be basically a WoW quest. But sure, fine. You know what? The Long Dark, it's okay. As far as fetch quests go, this one is at least pretty reasonable. I mean, we've got an old blind lady here who's asking us to go get her some firewood. Not too much trouble. It's not like she's some mysterious hermited alchemist asking us to bring her 50 elephant asses so that she can make her potions. We have to go potion seller, and I'd be like, but potion seller, why do you need 50 elephant asses? Don't question me, boy. If you want my strongest potions, you'll go and get me the elephant asses. So, yeah, you know, there's a little bit of that. And yeah, we are getting a little crest reward here. The nice thing about this one, our crest reward comes up front because this old hag sitting here, she's got a fire axe lurking out in her woodshed, and I'm going to take it. And possibly plant it in her skull like Christian Bale on Jared Leto in American Psycho. If she doesn't stop talking in cryptic phrases and ominous portents and calling me a liar, lady, you know, you're really kind of got a disagreeable nature, Gray Mother. It's no wonder the rest of the people of this town left you here to die. You're creeping me out. Got a real Mother Abigail from the Stand kind of vibe going on here. Been wondering why the rest of the people in town left you here to die? I don't really think it's that much of a mystery. You're a real drag, lady. A real drag. Also, I believe I just dropped, didn't I drop a bunch of stuff on the ground there for her to mop up for me? Let's double check. I want to make sure I'm not carrying around. We should have dropped, no, I didn't. I need to go back and do this. All right, hold on a second. Since we're here, she's indoors. Before we go out and do her fetch quest. Also, why am I unhealthy? Oh, right, I have like a sprained wrist or something, don't I? I had a sprained ankle and a sprained wrist from a wolf bite. Those are just going to have to heal. What we're going to do... I'd saved and loaded between episodes, so it's possible I may have done this last time. I honestly don't remember. We're going to drop all this stuff. It seems like the Gray Ladies is a place where we're going to be for a little bit. So let's drop all this stuff, free ourselves up some inventory space. And also, we can let these items begin to cure. We really should just eat this granola bar. We can eat it now, or we can let it go bad. Once food gets into the orange, it becomes a little questionable, so drinking it or eating it gets... You know, it's kind of iffy. Why aren't we wearing these pants? We should be wearing those cargo pants. Oh, we have a pair of cargo pants that are actually in better shape. All right, we picked up an extra pair of cargo pants. I'm just going to leave my deer hide here to cure, lady. You don't mind, do you? I know your sense of smell is going to be much stronger than normal because, you know, they always say that your other senses pick up the slack to make up for your lack of vision. Don't mind the rotting animal hides and guts that I'm just leaving on your floor here. I'm sure it'll be fine. So, wolf check then? So far, so good. Let's get back out behind Mother Abigail's house here. I actually just called her Mother Abigail. I'm so strong at getting a Mother Abigail from the Stand vibe, I actually straight up called her that. You told us that you had... Well, first off, we're going to pick up any sticks. You said there was a fire axe or... Okay. It's not an axe at all. There is just, in fact, an old hatchet back here in the shed. But still, hatchet, enormously useful. Let's grab this stick. So she needs firewood, branches. If we use the hatchet, it takes 5 minutes. It takes 10 minutes if we use nothing. The hatchet is not in the greatest of shape, and we don't have a whetstone. We're not freezing to death yet. So let's try and avoid wear and tear on the hatchet at all costs. We also found a key to the bank manager's house. If we can find that house... we might be able to get inside, so we want to keep an eye out for that as well. The crows are circling over here. Also over there. Circling crows is both good. Would you stop whining about your busted ankle, Will? Jeez, you're such a baby. Oh, ow, that smarts my ankle. We'll rest in a minute. Once we get tired, we'll go sleep. I'm sure Mother Abigail's got a place she'll let us sleep once we bring her some firewood of some variety. Anything in this glove box? Nope. I always open the visors. There's never anything in the visor. This car actually has nothing in it. Let's check this truck very quickly. Anything in the back? Anything in the truck itself? a glove box, which I'm certain is going to have nothing in it. Yeah, it's empty. Say what you want about the people of Milton. They really stripped this burg down to the freaking wires, man. They took everything. They left no stone unturned. It's a kind of a salted earth policy they've adopted, I guess. To be like, leave nothing behind for anyone who might survive. Survivors be damned. We don't care about them. Only our needs matter. Very selfish attitude. Granted, it is the apocalypse, so I mean, selfish attitude probably going to be the prevailing attitude, but still! Little kindness for your fellow man. Little respite for a weary traveler. Maybe, you know, just leave a half-eaten moldy granola bar. Glove compartment of a vehicle, perhaps. I really want to find the bank manager's house. Maybe these crows are circling his rotting corpse. I also really want to find a knife. Can we get in any of these houses? Nope, that's a dead wolf. Which I think we killed. Is that the wolf we killed? That might be the wolf that we killed. I would love to skin that wolf, both for his meat, which arguably eating... They've done some changes to the long dark, and eating the meat of predators is actually kind of a dangerous proposition now. It's not necessarily a great idea. Can we go in here? Houses that we can actually search. Oh, this is the greatest shit of all time. We could even sleep here if we had to. Come on, have a bed. What's the temperature like in here? Warm enough that we won't die if we have to sleep. I mean, I'll take the newsprint. I'm really looking for something a little more valuable here. Come on, help me out, Long Dark. A decent baseball cap and some stale beef jerky. Score. I don't think the baseball cap is going to be particularly warmer than one of our toques, but we can rip it up if we have to. What else we got in here? Some toilet water that we'll probably drink. Thermal underwear. Ragged thermal underwear. Oh, that is a total score, Will. Thermal undies. Hell yeah, baby. Hell yeah, thermals. We need another pair of pants, too, because we got nothing. We got this, ragged thermals. Wear them bad boys. They're not in great shape, but hey, that's just a little additional extra warmth for us. It does slow us down slightly as well, but all things considered, net positive. What if I just rip it up with my hands? It takes 10... Yeah, I want cloth. What are you collecting all this cloth for, Pete? Well, ideally, we can use this cloth to eventually repair our freaking clothes. We're going to top off our water supply, too, because I'm about to pick up a couple gallons of that sweet, sweet Tidy Bowl action. I love Tidy Bowl Blue. I can't help it. My lips are blue stained. The juice of Safu, right there it is, folks. My mental capacity has skyrocketed thanks to the juice of Safu. Is it a toaster? Or is it a hacksaw? Well, let's search these cabinets. Stop your complaining, man. You just found a can of dog food. Also, you could barely walk before you were carrying this much gear, too, I'd like to point out, since you do have a broken ankle and a busted wrist. Okay, you got... There was no... I can't help but notice that this house has a decided lack of a bedroom. Alright, canned tomato soup. Not a complete loss. Tearful letter. I don't want to do this, but I have no choice. I just can't stay in Milton anymore. It's just too empty and sad. I know I promised to stick with you through thick and thin, but I never signed up for this. I'm sorry. I'll send food when I get to the mainland. I hear they have more there. Love, N. What a jerk. I really want to steal that cast iron skillet. Cast iron cookware. That's the shit, man. Top notch in the cookery. Find a granola bar lying between. Okay. This house doesn't have a bedroom? How does that work? Who the hell builds a house with no bedroom? Is it maybe upstairs? Also, you know, if you were living in this shed before the apocalypse, Milton was a dump, man. Why were you living in Milton? This town's a toilet. We can sleep here if the need arises. No place to start a fire, but it does have a bed. Flare shell. That's new. I don't even know what that does. Some newsprint. I'm actually not gonna... Ooh, a t-shirt. A decent t-shirt. What else we got? Mother Abigail still needs firewood. We'll bring her some books. She can read them, and then when she's done reading them, she can chuck them on the fire. Is that it for this upstairs? Yeah, that's pretty much it. We are pretty encumbered, but it felt like another house next door. We should go raid that. What time is it? It's getting close to dark. I would like to be back to Mother Abigail's. She's just Mother Abigail now, by the way. That's it. She's not the gray lady or the gray mother or the gray mouser or any of that shit anymore. She's Mother Abigail now. We'll give her some firewood and whatnot. Ideally, we'd get her to trust us enough to let her sleep at her house. Did we already check this vehicle? We did. The visors are up. That's an important reason to check the visors. There's never anything under them. But by checking them, we always make sure we know which ones we've been in before. Door is locked, but we have the key! We found the bank manager's house. He better have some sweet gear in here, that's all I'm going to say. Oh, this guy was living in style. His filthy hovel is way nicer than all the other filthy hovels in town. Also, here's a question. For a town this small, why did Milton have a bank? Did that say rancid fish? I don't really want to eat rancid fish. Pretty sure it said it was rancid. Rancid lake whitefish cooked. It's at 30%. You know what? I'm eating it. Pete, you just ate rancid fish. Hey, this is the apocalypse, man. Beggars can't be choosers. It was only a little rancid. I mean, it was also whitefish anyway, so basically... Sweet, we got more dog food than we can shake a stick at. The bank manager's house is a gold mine. Oh, is that a can opener? He had a can opener. Only in the apocalypse would you get excited about finding a freaking can opener, by the way. This is what the long dark reduces you to. I have a feeling that eating that rancid fish is going to probably come back to haunt me. But at 30%, it shouldn't be automatically poisonous. You should only be, like, the potential for poison. Anything in your stove? Oh. Really want to steal your cast iron skillet, but no doing. What do you got over here? Some chairs, some pillows, box old crackers. Hell yeah, we got so much food now. I'll take your reclaimed wood. This house actually also has a fireplace in it. This is a good abode. The bank manager, a ragged simple parka? Yeah, you could use that. This place is a freaking gold mine. A new thin wool sweater. Worn sports socks. I mean, I don't like the thin part of a new thin wool sweater. I'm beginning to wonder what happened to the bank manager that, unlike everybody else in town, why did this guy leave all his stuff behind? How come he didn't strip it down to the boards like every other person that lived in Milton before he left? He had to have met some kind of untimely fate, though. Otherwise, he definitely would have stripped this place down to the floorboards. That's some stuff. Bank vault code 1938. Sweet. Take that. We can go open the vault. Stealing your book, too. More importantly, though, bank vault code. We're definitely going to check that out. It's probably just got a bunch of money in it, which is not that cool, but... Wait, didn't we already crack this bank vault safe? Give me some more cloth. We've got a lot of clothing that's going to require repair, so an abundant supply of cloth is never going to go amiss. A sewing kit, beautiful. Our other one, I think, was getting a little low, so finding a new one. Fantastic replacement. We're getting really encumbered, though. Don't use our knife under any circumstances. Knife has me very concerned. The fact that we don't have a backup knife. Uh-oh. We just said we don't feel so good. We're gonna get food poisoning from eating that rancid fish. Alright, turns out the rancid fish was a terrible idea. Let's go back to the Gray Mother's house then. We're gonna be sick as a dog for like 100 years. We can barely move. We're carrying a lot of extra gear, but look at all the supplies that we scavenged for the Gray Mother. We're going to need to get her to trust us a little bit because I'd really like to sleep in her house. If at all possible. I didn't see that she had a bed. You don't know how happy it sees me to see that wolf over there dead. I suppose we could have broken down that branch with our hatchet, but that's going to take a while, and I don't really want to take the time. We're going to have food poisoning soon. I'd like to get somewhere safe before that food poisoning sets in. We picked up a little extra stick. Looks like a bunch of sticks have come down in the storm. That's perfect. We're real encumbered, though. This encumbered walking into the teeth of the wind, we make effectively 0 progress. Like, we can barely move at all. If we angle it a little bit, we seem to go just, like, very slightly quicker. So what about these houses down here, then? Can we loot these? I guess any house that's not boarded up, then, is probably going to be a lootable house. Like, this house is not going to be lootable because it's got the boards. But houses without boards, I think we can just go in those. Like this house here, can we rob you? Yes. Okay, so all these houses, we've got a gold mine then. This town is fantastic. So the Gray Mother told us to put wood into like the wood box outside. I want to know how we give her stuff though. Yeah, well, I know your legs hurt or your feet are sore, or your ankle got bitten by a dog or whatever the shit it is. So she wants firewood. All right, how many sticks do we have? Let's put in. I don't want to give her all of them. Let's give her 7. 7 chunks of wood. I'll give you this reclaimed wood. You know what? Here, I'll give you this, and I'll also give you this. That leaves me with effectively nothing I can use to start a fire. Search everything. Search all the containers you find, as you never know when might hold life-saving supplies. You can also store things in containers to be retrieved later. Firewood bin is 4.3 out of 24. Good God, this lady wants all the firewood in the freaking universe, man. We're gonna have to go cut down like 40 trees. I don't suppose you get a whetstone I can use, do you, lady? Story. Others. Everyone is gone. What happened here? 5 days since the lights in the sky, 5 days of hell. First they thought they'd be safe, and then they realized they weren't ready for the end, so they fled. None of them will make it. How do you know? I mean, you can't. See? No, I can't, but I know what I hear. Sooner or later, all their words, all their lies find their way up to me. You're real creepy, lady! Fuel? So, fuel, where can I find some? Firewood in the forest, right? Take the axe and the woodshed out back. Cut wood on the edge of town. I'll be back. Okay, what else can we do? The house? It's a big house. You live here by yourself. None of your business, outsider. Just set on my private things. Don't try to steal from me or never know what I find out about your friend. Okay, or what else have we got? So what does trust mean? Finish just takes us out. What is trust? Trust. What would you like to talk about? Current trust, 0. Current needs, stick, reishi mushroom, bandage, military grade MRE, a can opener, freshly cured rabbit pelt or cured rabbit pelt. Hold on a second. She wants a rabbit pelt? Fresh rabbit pelt or a cured rabbit pelt. Makes her give us 50. We have fresh rabbit pelts right here. Hey, lady. You're gonna like me like a whole lot more here. You want this? You have items. Fresh rabbit pelt. Here you go, lady. You like that? You trust me more now. Great Mother now trusts you more, plus 50. Sharpening. Pilot like you has probably lived a pretty comfortable life. I mean, no better than most people. No worse. You can tell by the status of my gin blossom that I've got a healthy gin supply. Out here, people understand the value of hard work, good tools, working with their hands. I can handle myself, lady. I've been out here a lot. I survived the plane crash in the desolate wilderness by myself, and I have personally knifed 3 wolves. We'll see. They say the most important tool out here is a good hatchet or knife, but keeping them sharp is the secret. I'll keep that in mind. You want to tell me about the history of Milton? So, the outsider wants to know more about Milton. Yeah, I'm curious about what happened here. To understand Milton, you have to understand the collapse. I mean, I know about the quakes. We experienced them too on the mainland. Not like this, you didn't. Okay, she also wants reishi mushroom, which I think we have. She wants a bandage, which we definitely have. A military grade MRE we do not have. And the can opener, you go straight to hell. I'm keeping that. But I will give you a reishi mushroom. And I will also give you 1 bandage. Wait, I only have 1 bandage. Can I give you another reishi mushroom? Give you a reishi mushroom. She gave us 3 trust for that. What else? How much trust do we get from a bandage? Bandages are 5. You know what? No. Oh, can we just give her more rabbits? Hold on a second. What if I just give you more rabbit pelts? Do we get 50 for every one of those? Because if so, I got a lot of rabbit. And I really don't currently have any real use for it. So, you know what? If you really like rabbit pelts, let's, like, give you... Yeah, we have... here you go, lady. Take this. And like that. Gives us plus 100 trust. Supplies. Milton seems very remote. What do you do in medical emergencies? Ha! We do what we always do. We take care of our own. Why do I have a feeling that the Gray Mothers take care of our own means, you know, a full metal jacket of medicine right to the back of the skull? What about outsiders? I can see you'll need help. I heard the gossip that Millers kept some kind of supply kit hidden in their back garden. Goods they smuggled in from the mainland didn't want anyone to know about. If you can find them, you should take them. You'll need them. Okay, what about the collapse? You mentioned a collapse a couple times. I know it's been rough, but you can't imagine it, Mainlander. We're already on our knees. I'd like to understand how it affected Milton and the other areas. I had no idea. Exactly. Let me tell you how it was. Oh, God, she's going to spin us a yarn. Are you going to spin me a yarn, or are you going to tell me about the outside? Because you said you would... No, I mean, I guess not. Journal updated knowledge. Journal updated missions. Oh, we got... Okay, so she trusts us enough to give us journal updates. She still... Alright, so mostly what we got to do is firewood. Use directions from the Gray Mother to locate a hidden supply cache. Milton supply caches. Gray Mother. Okay. Current trust 153. Knowledge. Gameplay tip. Sharpening requires 50 trust. The collapse. Cache location. Side mission. Distress patrol 175. Blueprint, rabbit skin mittens, 225. I want those. Perseverance mills. I am mountaineering boots. Okay, so the Gray Mother. I'm just gonna give you all my bunny pelts. Here, take all my bunny skins. If you can't teach me, I mean, I don't need rabbit pelts until you can teach me to do something with them. So here, take these. I'm keeping my can opener though, lady. This is an extra 100. That gives her up to 253. She's going to tell us how to make rabbit skin. If you want to survive out here, you'll have to learn to be self-sufficient. Right. When I was growing up, we understood what that meant. When something wore out, we couldn't just go online and order a new one. Oh, so Amazon Prime is the fault. Okay, so yeah, that's the cause of the downfall of society and a lack of self-reliance, is because, you know, somebody came up with a good business model and executed it to a strong degree of excellence. Let's agree to disagree on that one, Mother Grape. And have it magically drone delivered to your door. Why is Gray Mother suddenly the potion seller? The drone thing's never going to happen, by the way, lady. The FAA's put the kibosh on that already. As a little girl, I already knew how to hunt rabbits and turn their skin into clothes. I'll tell you how it's done. Yeah, call me crazy, but I'm guessing rabbits aren't the only thing you've taken and turned their skin into clothing, lady. Protection? A lot of wolves around. People say they can smell your fear. Think I could borrow that rifle of yours and leave an old lady defenseless so you could protect yourself? Yep, pretty much exactly that, Gray Mother. Shame on you, Mackenzie. Be nice to have a bit more protection out there. Surely someone else in this town must have owned a gun of some kind. See, now you're thinking, Will. Old Henry McDermott used to be with the Coast Guard. He kept a distressed pistol around just in case. Call for help. Right, Henry always worried about kids getting their hands on it, so it won't be easy to find. Thanks. Gray Mother, trust you more now, plus 100. All right, we're done. Do you trust me enough to, like, let me sleep in your house, lady? I really need a place to sleep, and I don't want to have to go outside to do it, because it's really dark now. We've been talking for a while. You have an upstairs? Yeah, I know, actually. No, the old Gray Mother doesn't have a bed? We need a place to sleep. Apparently we can't sleep at the Gray Mother's. That's very bad. How dark is it outside? We're in no immediate danger of dying of thirst or hunger, so you know what? It's bright enough that we can probably make it to a place to sleep. So all we want to do is just pick a house, preferably one that has a place where we can start a fire, and make it our makeshift home. Also, it'll let us get unencumbered as well, so we can dump off a bunch of our excess gear. Start a place where we can start a stockpile. This house seems as good as any. Have a fireplace, though. That's really all I want. Like, have a fireplace. We're not going to be able to search it worth a crap in the dark, so really what we should do is just try and find a bed. This place is pitch black. We can't see anything. Just have a place to sleep, though. Okay, do we have a torch in our inventory? We have so much stuff, we gotta have at least one torch, right? Nope, no torches. Fantastic. So, let's get out. I hate wasting matches. We do have a torch. Light it. Alright, good. So we got some rudimentary makeshift light source. What is this? Just a big chunk of pipe? Cardboard box. What appears to be a can of soda. A jerry can of fuel is enormously useful. We could use that to make more torches, or alternatively, fuel a lantern, assuming we could find one. And we're gonna spend the night in a place... Actually, I don't even think there's a bed in here. This is just an old shed. We can't... Okay. Let's try next door, then. We're gonna need some place we can stay that actually has a bed in it, and also where we can see, but that is literally just an old aging shed. Oh good, our torch went out. Perfect. Well, this house has a porch. Is it boarded up? Not boarded up. Please be something more than just an old shed. I don't suppose we have another torch, do we? We do. I'm really not enjoying wasting match. Nope, we don't have another torch. It said we had 30% of a torch. Light it. I need to be able to see. Please have a bed in this building. Okay, this kind of house, this house is going to have a bed in it. I can feel it. They got a kitchen, which is nice, but we'll explore that later. I just want to go to bed before my torch burns out. That's all I want. Get to the... Alright, we've done it. There's a bed. There's other stuff. There actually isn't a bed we can sleep on. There is a baby crib. We can't sleep here. We can't actually sleep here. Perfect. I don't suppose there's another room that happens to be a bedroom. Maybe off the kitchen? Perfect. We go into two houses, and in neither of those houses do the owners have a bed. You don't have a bed in either one of these houses. Really. No bed, huh? So it's important that the baby have a room upstairs all to themselves, but as far as sleeping goes, you know, you don't really need to sleep. You guys just stay awake 24/7. I mean, I know new parents complain a lot about how miserable it is to have a kid and how much they, are sleep deprived, etc., etc. But I think just literally eschewing a bed entirely, that's taking it to a new level. What we should really do is just go to one of the houses we were in before that we know actually has a freaking bed in it, and then just sleep. We're gonna die. The wolf is onto us. We're encumbered and injured, so we can't run. Well, you're gonna go in the house. It's too windy to light a torch. I'm not even trying. I just want to go into one of these houses and not get devoured by a dog. He's coming. Is this not a door? How come I can't go? I was in these houses a minute ago. There's a door right there. It's suddenly boarded up? I swear that house wasn't boarded up a minute ago. Also boarded up. So we're playing hide and seek with the ravenous wolf. That's ingenious. Also, I'm pretty sure we're getting closer to the wolf. Well, wherever this is, we're staying here for the night. Please have a bed or someplace I can sleep. Please don't just be an old shed. It's an old shed. Fantastic. It's dark. We're wandering around in the middle of the night. We're weary, we're tired, we're exhausted, and we can't sleep because... Of course we can't. I really wish light was more readily available in the long dark. It's really taken the whole darkness thing to an all-new and very unfortunate level. We do have one more... You know what? We should just light a free... Okay, you know what? There's a way out of this situation. We're gonna light this goddamn... Requires... I don't want to break down a metal shelf. I want to light the damn flare I've got in my hand. We're gonna go find a house that has a place we can goddamn sleep in it. And if we have to scare the wolf away with our flare, we'll do it. The flare's not gonna blow out in the wind like our torch will. You want a tango, wolf? Well, I guess we're gonna affliction, major bruising, but we did hatchet another wolf. Glad we lit the flare. That was useful. I was in one of these houses like 5 minutes ago, and suddenly none of them can be occupied anymore. Explain this to me. One of these houses is the freaking bank manager's house. Seriously, one of these houses was the bank manager's house. We were just in it. Is it this one? You know what? At this point, to hell with it. If the post office has like a bed, like a place to sleep or a bedroll or something, we may sleep in the post office. Also, I must have gotten really turned around in the dark. Do we need first aid? We're not bleeding or anything. Let's drink some water. Our flare is gonna go out very soon. We need to find a house we can fucking sleep in. Yep, there's nowhere. Okay, so we can't sleep in the post office. Got it. Any house. Just any house that has a door in it that isn't an old shack. Or that only contains a baby crib for whatever freaking bizarre reason. Oh, Will's tired. I wonder why. Because he's just been wandering around from old shed to old shed for the last 5 hours. Fairly certain we were in that house already and that it was uninhabitable. Or rather, didn't have a bed in it. Boarded up. Please have a bed. Please have a place that I can sleep. A place that I can make a home and call my own. It's the only thing I want, Long Dark. Please have a place I can sleep. Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you for having one place I can sleep. We have food, we have water, a bank deposit key. Man, we're gonna go rob a bank in the long dark, and I don't feel even the least bit guilty about it. And since this flare is lit, I'm gonna make use of it to rob what remains of this place. There's no reason to not. Tidy Bowl Blue, I hate to say no to you, but I'm at my encumbrance limit. We gotta find a place to stash some stuff. Does this house have a place where we can start a fire? We really only want to start stockpiling in a house that has, like, optimal conditions. Optimal conditions include place to sleep, place to build a fire. This does not have a place to build a fire, so optimal conditions it is not. This place has actually just been completely turned over and looted, and I think that window is broken. But what are we going to do? It does have the one thing we were looking for today, which is a place to sleep. So let's... There you go. Just throw that flare in the old bed there. And we're going to fill up our calories. We got plenty of food. We're actually doing really good in the food department. We're going to eat 880 calories of cooked venison. And then we're going to sleep for like, I don't know, 46 hours roughly. Drink some more of this delicious Tidy Bowl Blue. Get the lips stained the color of the stuff that we love. And then we're going to sleep for 10 hours. By the time we get done sleeping for 10 hours, our sprained wrist, sprained ankle is healed. Our major bruising should also heal up a little bit. We did have to use some of our precious hatchet on that wolf, which makes me unhappy. The sun is still not up. We slept for 10 hours and it's still dark. How long is night now? Is it just welcome to the eternal night? There is no more hope of dawn or the day. Those things don't exist anymore. There is only the bitter, bitter black in which you can stare. Fine. If there's only the bitter, bitter black left, I'm going to get some shut-eye, and I'm also going to wrap up this episode. Is it? Okay, the sun has apparently once again returned. I thought it had been banished to the long and hoary netherworld. So we'll try and find a house that doesn't suck, but we'll do that next episode. If you enjoyed this one, feel free to drop a like down in the comment section. Support really does mean a lot. If you'd like to see us quelch that rumble in our tummy, might consider subscribing as well. New episodes of The Long Dark every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Right now, thanks very much for watching. I'll see you again soon.